What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mel Mars. I want to welcome you to my perspective of the wonderful worlds of music, athletics, relationship, and spirituality. Today is Wednesday, and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, we release a relationship video. And today's topic is, can women be tricked into sex? You don't want to miss this. Next. As some of you may know, I'm the type of guy that I like to have healthy debates and healthy conversations. And a lot of times the reason that sparks those debates is because I hardly let anything go. When someone says something that doesn't necessarily sit right with me, I start asking questions. I start asking real questions that I really want to know the answer to, just to get to how they think that way. Well, I was having a conversation with the lady not too long ago, and she's actually someone I've given advice to about men and her relationships prior to this conversation. But the conversation actually went to a point of no return when she began to ask me, what if guys trick you into sex? So of course I said, what do you mean? What if guys show you one side of themselves at one point in order to get sex with you, and then once they have sex with you, they start to act funny with you or act different with you and be rude or stop contacting you altogether? And we all know that that's something that's been going on since the beginning of time. We all know that men have definitely used whatever tactics they can in order to get their ultimate goal, which is more often than not sex. I always tell women that every man wants sex. Some men are willing to wait and do it the right way, but best believe his ultimate goal is sex. So for any woman to come from a perspective that this man does not want sex from me is in a very naive place. And I just want to say first and foremost, I vehemently disagree or am against any man that lies to get what he wants. Any man that lies and deceives and intentionally does things to hurt somebody just to have sex with someone. I'm totally 100% against that. Have I done it in my past? Yes. Have any man watching this done this in their past that's not a virgin? More than likely. But there's something that you have to grow up from and realize that honesty is the best policy, and being truthful with someone, whether you get your end result or not, will be more beneficial to you than lying to someone. But with that said, I must say this. I believe that anyone that's having consensual sex with someone else, and consensual sex is two people agreeing to have sex. Two people having consensual sex is about that moment. It's about us coming together. We both have agreed. We both have some level of attraction for each other. We both have come to a conclusion that this is the moment that we're going to have fun together. We're going to make love together. Whatever point of the relationship you are at, that's the decision you two made for each other. If two people come together for that moment, no one can be tricked. It is totally 100% the person's responsibility to know, is this the right moment for me to have sex with this person? Relationships are all about risk. It's going to be a risk. Everything you do, you're taking a risk. You don't know what this person can do. You don't know what this person truly is. It could be 5 days into it. It can be 3 years into it. It can be 50 years into it. You don't know if this person can change at any moment and be done with you. And I know this is not a spirituality video, but this is definitely why the Bible suggests for us to wait to marriage. This is one of the keynote reasons why the Bible suggests that we wait to marriage. And more than a suggestion, I should say. It's really a commandment. But this is why. Because there's so many risks and so many things that can go wrong if we do it prior to marriage. So to answer the question, no. No one can be tricked to having consensual sex. If it's consensual, we both agreed. If it's not consensual, somebody's being raped. Point blank. If you are not having consensual sex, that means you are being raped. And this is my thought when it comes to sex. Men, we enjoy the chase more than we enjoy the actual sex. Men, we enjoy the chase, meaning how can I convince her to let me have sex with her? The most tactful man and the man who know how to do this thing the best, they actually understand that this is a process that actually begins early in the day. If you want sex by 8 o'clock that night, you really need to start by 7 o'clock that morning with small texts, with saying beautiful things all throughout the day, small tap on the butt, whatever you need to do to get your lady in the mood to have sex with her. You do it. So that's part of the chase. That's part of the hunt. That's part of the let me obtain what I really want. All those things are not technically lies. That's not us trying to trick you. It's just knowing that I cannot rape you. I cannot get you in a position where I'm only going for sex. But if you want something out of something, you have to put something in it. So we enjoy and get a thrill more after obtaining that goal than we do the actual goal. Women, on the other hand, and if there's any woman out there that disagrees, definitely let me know. I believe women enjoy the actual sex more than men. I believe women get more out of the sex than men do. The passion, the emotions, the connectivity that all goes involved with what a woman receives involving sex. I believe women receive so much more during sex than men do, which is not a bad thing. Being that that is the case only strengthens my stance on you cannot be tricked into sex. I don't believe that someone can be tricked into something that they enjoyed more than the person they are accusing of tricking them. It's just like accusing somebody of giving you a bad deal, but you got more out of the deal than they did. It's not something that you can say you got tricked on. Now, we all know over time, it's not just after sex, but over time, people change. You're gonna show and present your best self whenever you meet somebody, point blank. You show your best self. You present everything that's great about yourself, and you showing your best. Over time, got time for this, man. So I just say, you show the real. You open up and you show the real. So being that as a reality, you gotta understand, if I'm an adult, if I'm a grown person, I know from experience that certain things happen, and there's certain patterns to people, there's certain patterns that happen in my life that I don't want to repeat. I don't want to go down the same road. So I'm gonna protect myself, I'm gonna protect my heart. Or if you just want to have sex with someone, have sex with someone. I'm not here to tell nobody not to, but I'm telling you, going into it, just know things could go bad. That's why it is best to wait to marriage. If you want to leave me after sex, then you got a lot of paperwork to do. So going back to the conversation, I explained all this I just said to you guys, I explained it to her. And her response continuously was, you're a man, you do not understand. You hear this all the time. And honestly, it rubs me the wrong way. You don't have to be a woman to understand. Does a doctor have to have cancer to treat cancer? Does a teacher have to be illiterate to teach an illiterate child? Did Jesus experience any sin while he was on earth? It's not a matter of having to experience it to understand it. It's really not even a matter of understanding it. It's crystal clear. I definitely understand what women are saying. I just know that this is something that I can't subscribe to. We live in a world that people are able to have excuses for their actions. If you decide to do something at your own choice and your own will, you decide to do it, certain people are not held accountable. We have built-in excuses for them. I wasn't gonna call those people out, but this is my channel and you can get mad if you want. I believe majority of women have built-in excuses. We easily allow them an out. We allow them to say anything they want and blame men, and we just roll with it. Yeah, baby, he wasn't good for you. He wasn't good for you. It's all right. It's more out there. Your Mr. Right is on the way. You will continue to find Mr. Wrong if you do not own up and take ownership for what you have done. You made those choices to sleep with somebody before you really knew if they're going to stick with you or not. If you can't own up to that, you are not going to make it. You are not going to meet the right person, because everybody is going to treat you that way. You know why? Because it's something about you that is attracting that in everybody that you meet. You are the common denominator in every situation you've had. Stop lying to yourself. Stop creating these excuses and these lame reasons that everybody you met was bad and you were the good person in it. Come on now. If you can't own up to what you did, the mistakes you made, the choices that you made, if you can't own up to that, you are going to continue to fail. You're going to continue to get the same result, relationship after relationship. You're never going to be happy. And it's going to take somebody like myself, not bragging or anything, but it's going to take somebody like myself to tell people the truth. Even to the fact that you no longer want to be my friend or no longer want to talk to me, I'm okay with that, because I don't need anything from you. I just want to tell people the truth in love. Not in an abrasive way, not in the way I'm over talking you, or not in the way that I'm telling you about your life. But if you tell me something about your life, ask me questions, I'm going to let you know the truth, because I don't want anything from you. One of my least favorite people in the world is male feminists. Not because they support women, I'm all good with that. Because they lie to women. They tell women lies just to do the exact same thing that you're telling them that other guys did to you. Tricked you. They're trying to trick you into having sex. Come on, guys. You know this. Ladies, you gotta know. Any guy coming to you just saying, oh, it's okay, it's okay. Any guy doing that and talking bad about other men, they're not doing anything but trying to trick you, make those guys look different than they are. That's all they're trying to do. You need somebody who's going to tell the truth. Tell you the truth and not sugarcoat stuff in your life. If you continue to exit people out of your life that tell you the truth and love, you're going to be lonely, you're going to be sad, you're going to be empty, and you're never going to have anybody. I have a general rule about dating and about relationships when I look into the world today. If someone is 30 or above, and I've been saying this since I was 25, I'm now 30. If someone is 30 and above and they're single, there's normally a great reason for that. It's either something they're doing or something that has happened in their past, but something has happened and there's something wrong. Scroll up and down Facebook every day, folks. Scroll up and down all my social medias, and all I see is women complaining about being single. That's all I see all day long. Women complaining about being single. And it's for this principle and for this topic that a lot of women refuse to date. The same one I'm talking about stated to me that she will not date anyone else that's going to trick her. And I said, how would you ever know ahead of time? She said, oh, I know. I see it. Now, what sense does that make, guys? How can you know and see it if you never seen it before? Nobody ever knows. Nobody ever see it, because anybody can change overnight. I'm pretty sure there's a very extreme high percentage of people who are divorced right now. They divorced somebody who they thought was one thing and they end up being something else. That's everyday life, guys. To me, guys, that is straight delusion. And that is part of the lies and the infrastructure that the society has done to create a mindset for women that is delusional and is illogical. But to emphatically stress that point, I do not believe women can be tricked. But what I want to do is tell a story that a woman actually was tricked into having sex, and you be the judge about this case. The title of this is Woman Jailed for Wearing Fake Penis, Tricking Friend into Sex. Check this out. A British woman who pretended to be a man wearing a prosthetic penis and tricking her blindfolded friend into having sex with her was sentenced Thursday to 6.5 years in prison. Gail Newland, 27, was found guilty of 3 counts of sexual assault in June after a retrial, the BBC reported. She was initially sentenced to 8 years in prison in November 2015 when she was found guilty of the same charges. but the conviction was overturned last year when officials declared the judge handling the case was not fair and balanced. A close friend claimed Newland tricked her by pretending to be a man named Kai Fortune, who she believed was her boyfriend. Newland and the friend met while they were attending the University of Chester in 2011, The Guardian reported. Newland duped her friend by creating a Facebook page when she was 15 years old to take on the male persona, putting photos of an American man on it to make it more believable. The friend said in court she was unaware Newland was Fortune because she was always wearing a blindfold when they met. A blindfold when they met. Newland would then wear a strap-on prosthetic penis when they had sex. A strap-on and a prosthetic penis. There was no point until the day I took the blindfolded off that I thought for 1 second a woman was the person behind this, the friend said in court. Let me read that again, guys. There was no point until I took the blindfold off that I thought for 1 second that a woman was the person behind this. She added that she never would have consented to having sex with Newland if she knew it was her supposed friend. The friend also said she was blindfolded when the pair were hanging out. Newland was sentenced to an additional 6 months in jail for defrauding her former employers when she worked at an internet advertisement agency. Newland allegedly created 10 fake client profiles between 2014 and 2015. Come on now, guys. Now I know how y'all reading the story, like how can somebody do that to somebody? Look at it this way. She tricked herself. That's just my mind. Whenever you talk to somebody on social media, for however long y'all were talking, since she was 15, the first time you had sex with them, you agree to blindfold yourself? What sense does that make? A blindfold during sex. The first time and however many times y'all decide to have sex. Blindfold. I submit to you guys, there's a lot of ladies out there that are blindfolded. You are agreeing to blindfold yourself just to have somebody. There'll be a lot of signs out there, guys. There are so many signs that these men potentially can do this, but you look over that because you want somebody so bad. My message to all the ladies out there, take the blindfold off. Learn a lesson from this lady. Take the blindfold off. There's so much more that can be said about this. I'm not gonna go into that. All I will say is, take the blindfold off. It's your boy Melon Mars. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me hear your comments regarding that story, regarding this entire topic. I want to hear what you guys got to say. Share this with your friends. Get somebody else involved with this. Attack me if you must. But I want to hear what you guys got to say about this. Like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, we release a relationship topic. So many more coming out. It's going to be some great topics, guys. I promise you. Hit your boy up if you have any topics you want me to talk about. I'm willing to talk about anything. Alright, guys. Love you guys once again. As always, let's grow. Peace.